Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present stories drawn from our lessons in history and our folk tales anchored on moral values. We think that these stories carry tremendous amount of teachings which our young children and young adults could adapt into their own lives and become stronger and better human beings. Today's episode is focused on compassion, kindness, and sympathy. In today's time, all of us know that there is war happening between two countries, and there are civilians who are not really taking a part in the fight or in the war are getting killed. There are people who have taken shelter in schools and hospitals are getting killed. There are people who are trying to survive by collecting some ration from the grocery store and they're standing in the queue, they're getting killed. I was wondering, when the soldiers are killing these unarmed civilians who are not fighting against them, what's the thought going in their mind? Have they been instructed to kill people mercilessly? Are they not sympathetic towards people who are not getting food, whose shelters are all destroyed, their country is destroyed? I was thinking about it. I came across a beautiful quote in a movie called The Great Dictator by Charlie Chaplin. All of you know that Charlie Chaplin was a legend. He lived in the late 1800s and through the early 1900s and died in 1977. He was a great actor, comedian, scriptwriter, director, composer, and whatnot. Great person of the whole world has ever got. The Great Dictator was a movie, possibly the first movie that he made with sound. And that movie was satirizing Adolf Hitler. Hitler was the Nazi ruler that all of us know about. So in that movie there is a dialogue where he talks about we are thinking too much and feeling too little. He talks about fighting for cleverness versus being gentle, being kind. He talks about machinery versus feeling for the humanity. So what is he essentially trying to say? I thought it is the same situation in some way, though the events are separated by multiple decades. Possibly this is something which has happened in the 1940s and today's war is in 2022. So about 80 odd years apart. However, the root, at the core of it, the issue of compassion, the issue of kindness continues. About the sympathy, about humanity, feeling for it continues. I came across a beautiful story. Some of you might have heard about it. Let me recount. It's a story of an old postman and a little girl. The postman used to come door to door to deliver letters. Once the postman had come to a home and knocked at the door to deliver the letter. The girl inside the home said that, "Uncle, just wait for a while. It will take a few minutes for me to come to the doorstep and collect the letter." The postman was getting impatient. The postman naturally said, "I have multiple letters to deliver. Come quickly." As a natural reaction. But when the door opened, the postman realized that he had done a mistake. Why? Because the girl who came out was crawling and taking a lot of pain to open the door. The girl didn't have legs. The postman then realized how wrong he was. He was quick to judge, quick to assume that everybody who lives in this world are normal people and they should come quickly to open the door. He never expected that the person who's coming out to open the door won't have legs. He felt sympathetic, he felt kind, compassionate towards this little girl. However, the postman delivered the letter and went away, and over a period of many months, once in a while the letter comes, the postman comes and patiently waits until the girl collects the letter. During this course of time, the postman learned a little more about this girl, and the girl also learned a little more about the postman. Once it was raining, the postman came to deliver the letter. The girl opened the door and noticed that the postman has been coming to her house every time in barefoot. So it was there in her mind that she should do something for this postman. So she estimated what's the size of the postman's feet and then organized a pair of shoes for the postman, had kept that pair of shoes with her. It was Diwali was in a few months, and the postman had brought a piece of chocolate as a gift for this girl. And this girl had nicely packed this pair of shoes for the postman. They had no relationship by the line of blood, but they had become connected as two human beings. One sympathetic to the other, compassionate to the other, and the other similarly compassionate to the postman. She was worried that the postman is walking such a long distance barefooted and performing a wonderful service. And the postman always was sympathetic that this girl who doesn't have legs is living the life with so much of pain and difficulty, yet didn't have complaints. So the postman took the pair of shoes home without knowing that there is a pair of shoes inside it. The postman opened the gift at home and realized that it's a pair of shoes, and understood that because he has been providing this service barefooted for a long time, and the girl has thought about it and must have gathered money over a period of time to really organize this gift. The postman was obviously extremely happy about it and felt so much about it that he wanted a transfer to a different route. When the postmaster asked, "Why do you want a transfer?" then the postman explained this whole story and said that I cannot give her what she doesn't have. She has a huge heart and a strong mind to be able to give me what I don't have. I don't have a pair of shoes she could organize, but I am offering her just a piece of chocolate. She actually needs the pair of legs, but I cannot give this. I cannot see this pain again and again every time that I go to deliver a letter. I feel so sad. Help me liberate from this sadness. Wonderful message. Small story. But you see, it is all connected. The three things that I presented are all connected. The war which is happening in 2022, unarmed civilians are getting killed by the soldiers. Is it due to anger, due to lack of compassion, or due to a plan? I do not know. However, just imagine what will be running in the soldiers' minds and what would be running in the people's minds who are getting killed and the people whose relatives are getting killed. How can somebody just kill other people who do not have arms and ammunition, who are not fighting against these people, who are not a threat against the armed soldiers? Secondly, what Charlie Chaplin in that movie has described, that we are thinking too much. We are thinking about industrial revolution, the machinery, but we are not feeling the pain of the others. We are not feeling our emotions. We have kept it somewhere else. We are just after science and machines and victory. but not really feeling the pain of humanity. That's why he talks about cleverness versus kindness. Possibly we are rewarding the clever people. We are asking our people to become clever, to become intelligent, but not kind. That's the point that he makes in 1940s. And in 2022, this is what we see. As time passes by, hopefully all of us understand the value of being intelligent. That's about knowledge, science, and combined with the humanity, the emotional part of it. Being kind, being recognizing the other person's abilities, other person's situations. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was an intense piece of learning. I look forward to our future conversations. Thank you very much for watching this.